Hi guys, welcome to Bokio. Today I want to talk about one company that I like a lot, and I just received really bad news. I think this was Thursday, so I just wanted to take an opportunity to investigate what happened. I don't have all the details, so I'm just gonna use the public information that's out there to make some inferences as to what went wrong, and see if there's some potential to be acquired. Um, so yeah, so basically in a nutshell, I want to cover Joah, which is a skincare and makeup company that I use. And so I want to share, what does it do and what did it do wrong, and then things that it could do if I was acting as a consultant for them. I'd like just to do this for fun. Since if you follow me in other videos or just seen my blog, I love anything business. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, great. So you should see my screen now, and this is Joa, the site that I was mentioning. And as you can see here, it says 50% off. And so I received an email Thursday saying that it's closing its doors. So let me see if I can pull it up real quick so I can show you that email that I received. And it's been a while and I get a lot of promotional. Okay, here it is. So 50% off, last chance. Sadly, Joah Beauty will close its doors soon. No code needed. So, of course, in a way, I was happy because I went in there and bought a bunch of stuff. But on the contrary, it is sad because I found this company about 2 years ago when I was looking for BB cream. And I like for the products to be cruelty free and to not have a lot of chemicals, to have the least chemicals possible. And for once it comes to BB creams, it's really hard to find one that doesn't have SPF already included. And because I'm very particular on what sunscreen I like to use. And after doing a lot of research, this was the only company that offered that. So I'm gonna show it to you real quick. It should be somewhere in here. So yes, you can see in here once you click on it, it's the actual BB cream with no SPF. So this was perfect for me. So once I finish my bottles, we'll see where I'm gonna have to start purchasing it. But anyways, okay, so this is the site. It has skincare. It's all basic on Korean style makeup and skincare. And so if you need some products, feel free to go here and purchase some. I highly recommend it. Okay, so let's move on to the actual research that I wanted to do. Okay, so for that, I'll be referencing this Notion page that has my notes. And to go over and analyze a company, you have to look at two things: the external factors and then internal factors that are happening within the company. So we'll start with the external factors. One thing that comes to mind is politics. So right now, things are pretty hot once it comes to tariffs. So I wonder, because it seems like most of the products they do get them from Korea, and so I'm wondering if the tariffs affected or accelerated the fact of them deciding to close. So let me see if I can either grab one of my products and see where it was made, or I'm wondering if there's somewhere in here. where it shows that. Mm, yep. So from Korea, I'm guessing it does strictly, so it's inspired by Korean. Let me go and bring my products to verify that. Give me 1 second. Okay, great. Yeah. So the products are made in Korea. I got my one of my BB creams, and then right here, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but here it does say oof, I'm not sure if it's clear enough, but it says made in Korea. Okay. So one of the things that I'm going to do is check into the tariffs, and I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible. So I'm just gonna leverage Perplexity for this and see tariffs. Okay, so I mean, I would say technically it's not that high. It has sources if I want to. I trust Perplexity for data purposes. So it says that is a 10% tariff right now. So what I'm going to do is start gathering this information, and I'll just put this, and then I'll put it nicely in a document for my blog, but I'll just do external factors. Okay. And then we'll just see what's going on in the Korean skincare industry. Hmm. Yeah, so overall, I see a lot of growth for this market. So, yeah, everything overall seems to be growing. There's still a giant opportunity, yep, for more people to discover this um types of these types of products. So, overall, I mean, the industry for Korean skincare and makeup is doing really well. So, I wouldn't say that it's due to the industry that's weak or in decline. So it seems like definitely what happened here, it has to be, I wonder if it's competition. Ooh, this copied everything. Okay, it has the citations. I'm gonna delete this a lot. Maybe I'll leave this. Okay, great. And then, so I'm gonna search it up. For, how does it refer? Joah Beauty. So one of the two that come to mind for me is Peach and Lily and Soko Glam, which is they are U.S. companies that import and sell Korean products. And of course, I'm sure there are more, and especially the industry leaders here in the US could be a problem. So here it's giving me, so I know, I believe this is a US company. Not sure about these other ones. I know, think this one is, yeah, from Korea. Yeah, this one is another popular one that I've heard of. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm gonna also copy this one. It seems like competitors could be something that put them at risk. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes if you are too niche and on top of that you are in a competitive market, that will make things hard for you. So they have Joa has a lot of competitions, not only with U.S. companies but also with Korean companies that are trying to get themselves, more published, and they probably have more resources than themselves. Okay, so let's go back to the top. Kind of went over competitors, customers. I would say for customers, the type of people that buy this Korean types of products, they are again, yeah, trying to adopt this new skincare makeup where it's like more healthy for your skin. Um, and they probably watch Korean dramas, things like that. So I guess I would just, for the sakes of having a thorough, in this case, I would just say water. And if I didn't had AI to help me, I am 100% certain I would arrive to this same level of information, but it would have taken me so much longer, like days. I remember doing this in grad school, and it would take us like at least a week, and it was three people working together to craft these reports that are very dense. So okay, here we have the ideal customer profile. Yeah, between 18 and 24. I wonder. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm also wondering about the. Mm, oh, I don't want to upgrade. Yeah, so another thing to consider is because, yep, mm-hmm. So they're in the affordable, according to Perplexity, they are on the affordable range. And I do see there's like a lot of like for skincare. So for example, Soko Glam, if you are familiar with Soko Glam, they're more, I would say, from my perspective, they are more on the cheap side. So I remember when I still was in school, I would buy my products like at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. So Go Glam because they always have deals and the products overall are more affordable. But once I started earning more money, I started buying at Peach and Lily because I had to do less research and I knew that the products I was buying, like I could trust that they were only putting out there the products that they were clean, good for the environment, animal cruelty free, even if they were more expensive. But because I had money, I didn't care to pay a little bit more. So I'm guessing if here, and I would have to verify all of this information, but from what I can see here, if it's going after the affordable segment type of deal, this is one of the things that we could improve in theory, where if I, was a consultant for them, and of course I would have to review all of the information because this is I'm just going pieces by pieces. I would recommend, hey, move from being in the affordable side to moving on to like the luxury side because there's definitely people out there. Like if I can buy a BB cream even if it's more expensive, but it has what I need, I don't care to pay more. Okay, so I do see this as an area where they would need to fix, if they would like to give it a second chance and not close their doors. Okay, moving into the company, this one I think is going to be a little bit hard to really find out details because I don't think there's a lot of information out there, especially since it is a small company. But one of the things that could give you insight is their about section. Uh, let's read it. So it seems like maybe she is the one after the one that founded the company. So we found maybe the founder of the company. So I'm gonna copy that and paste it in here as well. And this is going to be for the company section. And then I remember when I was paying, I wonder if this is a subsidiary of a bigger company because when I pay, I typically pay through PayPal. It wouldn't say the name of the company, Joah Beauty. It would say something else. So let me go ahead and find that and resurface it. Give me one second. Okay, great. So I went over to my PayPal account and I pulled it up. And so the name that it comes under is AST Systems LLC. So we need to find out a little bit more and how that fits in with Joa Beauty. So I'm going to go in here and ask it. Hmm. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, so it seems like Joa Beauty is the brand, and then the interesting. Okay, yeah, so this is not as simple as we thought. So let's click on it and see where that takes me. This is from 2022. This is the world's leading manufacturer and distributor of fashion nails. So they focus on nails and eyelashes. Let's go into this. Interesting. Global leader. So it's a US company because it says it started in New York. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, and then oh, it's Korean. For I like it. Free, skin friendly, socially conscious, cruelty free. I'm gonna copy both of these for my research. Okay. Let's see what else. Mm, let's- So this is just questions that are coming to mind. What is your privacy policy? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's how it said, I think it was in ChatGPT. They are the ones, if something happens like a lawsuit or whatever to Joah Beauty, the one that will end up responding is AST Systems. So they have a big say on about this, and I do think if, let's say, one of the ways that this can happen, and I'll have to wait on what ChatGPT says, but if someone started, this lady or person, I think you pronounce it hygiene, that started this company, and someone comes and they're like, hey, like, I'll sponsor you, or I want to acquire your company, you can still running how you are, whatever. But once you get acquired by a bigger company, they're wanting to see numbers, results, growth. And so if something, they give you a certain amount of time, and if it's not producing, they're gonna force you to basically get rid of it. And so I'm thinking that's what happened. Like, it's it's a gift and a curse. Like, yes, you'll have more resources to grow, but if you don't succeed in the amount of time, because there are more stakeholders, you do have more pressure to close, um, like give up, as if, if you were independent. Like, there's pros and cons to both. It's founded in 2018. Sorry, cosmetics. Mm-hmm. Yep. Brand director. Hmm. Serves as the brand director. Founded. So let me copy that right here. Beauty trade brand, but it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so I am going to. I'll clean that up later. I'm going to search up this person right here. I wonder if they're on LinkedIn. It just gives you like insight. Uh, mhm. Our director, creative lead. His product. So his product seems to be, yeah. So I think the brand didn't produce a lot, so they're just gonna like retire that brand. Yeah, because it's identifying the brand, but then it's stating the company. In 11 months. Oh, she's. And then let's see how big is this company. Oh, it says New York, but it has Brazilian language. So it started in 1989 in the United States. It's a worldwide leader. Huh. So it became Brazilian. Did I copy this? I think I did, right? I wish, because sometimes what they can do when they retire a brand, they can still sell the recipes, like how they make up, how they make that product. So I'm wondering if they're gonna sell the recipes or they're gonna incorporate them into other products, into, yeah, like give them to other brands that they already have established at the company. I wonder why this is taking so long. But if not, why can't they sell those recipes to like very well known companies that are doing well in the Korean skincare slash makeup space? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know. I just know that maybe because it did text that but I speak Spanish, not Portuguese. Anyways, I went into the weeds. Hmm. Okay, so yes, let's go back to the top. Okay. Mm, this part Mm-hmm. Huh. And it's pulling up this from a glass door. Huh. Huh. Ah. Hmm. Ooh, that's not healthy. Just pulling up from, when you do interviews and like Indeed or Glassdoor, you can basically answer questions anonymously. So I guess this is how it got this. It has the sources. Wow, that's intense. Like, Korean and like Asian companies, they have a completely different culture than the USA. Like I would say USA people, Americans work hard, uh, but I think they would never compare to Asians. I will have to do more research to make that statement. But I've heard, I think China of the 996, where they work from 9 to 9, 6 days a week. Like, that's intense. Like, I enjoy my career, but I am not gonna, that's just too much for me. So I think that's when you have problems finding the people that you need to grow the brand because if this doesn't align with them, you're gonna have a high turnover. And yeah, you're gonna end up affecting the brand in the end. You can't keep, those people that are amazing and will make a difference. And you end up just recruiting people that are willing to bear with that, even if they don't have the necessary skills to, you know, make it make it successful. Okay. Wow, 22 million. So it did a rebrand in 2023, broader audience. So I think since 2023 they were, and even before, they were probably already seeing problems with this line. And yeah, bigger companies, they would try to make shifts. And so if they didn't take the time to really evaluate what it needed, so it made it broader. And that means that the meshes would be a little bit more vague. Um, yeah, this doesn't really look good. I'm just gonna here. Mhm. Mm. I don't think this one is gonna work because I exhausted it, but I'm gonna try. Mhm. Subsidiary. Mm-hmm. Accessible. Joah Beauty Roots. Yep. Yeah, I think that was the biggest mistake. It seems like I would say I would tell them, hey, move on to the luxury, like be on the expensive side. You can't do both, like be cheap, like serve customers that don't have the budget and then those that do. You have to decide one extreme or the other. In this case, I think they should have gone the other way, in my opinion. Okay, so this is gonna be maybe one of the last things that I do. I think we have pretty good information. Let's see next doors. What will happen? Oh, there's even a Reddit. Yep. Yeah. Oh, they sold it at CBS. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. Interesting. That's crazy. I wanna read that Reddit post. Ooh. Yeah. And I wonder one thing that I didn't do was go through their social media. Price your side of. So for them it's expensive. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think they went after the wrong audience. Okay, one last thing I'm gonna do their social media because also like, yeah, you can rebrand and do whatever, but if you're not letting people know, it doesn't really matter. So I wonder, they have a lot of pressure from competition. They're just a subsidiary, so they can't run by themselves. So they already have pressure from the stakeholders at the company. And top of that, they're on the cheap side. Like, I just did a lot of things wrong. Wow. Hmm. Interesting. Let me see if I can open up the Instagram. Okay, so this is their Instagram page. And I mean, it's pretty. Eh. I mean, it just has literally the products lined up with pictures. Like, it's not like interactive. It's pretty dead, in my opinion. I would have to log in. Anyways, I'm not really impressed. I'm not. I would say they could have done like a lot better. So let's do this. We're gonna add this as well in here for like, I guess the marketing aspect of it. I think there was room for improvement as well. Again, this is a problem when you have, I mean, it can happen even if this was an actual company that run by itself, but especially when you're part of a bigger company, you're not the only priority. They have other priorities, right? So they'll tend to focus for the most part on the one that's producing the most. Okay. So I will write up business case for this now that I have like a lot of data from what I saw. Let me know if I missed anything. I think it covered everything. Piece, product, price, place, and promotion. I think that's weak. And I was gonna do one last thing. What was it? Oh, yes. So, okay, what besides those recommendations, I mean, I don't think it hurts. So, I was mentioning Peach and Lily. I think they would be like, this would be a great company to purchase. Like, in theory, if you could purchase the trademark, sell the trademark, get the recipes and all of that. I think Peach and Lily will be a great fit because right now, um, I think this is one of their weaknesses. They have a lot of great skincare options, but once it comes to makeup, they don't have nothing. Like, okay, let's go to makeup. You see, like, yeah, and some of these I would say like, yeah, but like the cleansing oil, but I'm actually looking for makeup stuff. So you see, this is one of their weak spots. So if they could purchase that brand, bring it over, I think this would strengthen Peach and Lily. So maybe I'll write an email to um, what's the CEO's names? Lisa, Alina. It starts with an A. Uh, yeah, I would have to look it up. Anyways, I okay, so I think I did everything for today. I just wanted to do this research live, and I guess this could help if you're just, you need to do research for other stuff, just see my thinking process, how I work, and maybe you can take some of those tips and incorporate it into your own process. And if not, well, maybe you're just watching it for fun. But anyways, okay, see you in my next video. Bye bye.